not going to stick around, okay? He's not going to let you come to him. He makes his move, gets up into the apartments, takes a quick glance down alt mid and sees nothing. So prime the fast Spinx Zywoo flank and hold your breath to see if Vitality's B banana defense sets up, right? We've got Apex back in the bomb site with flashbangs. Probably going to throw those out, try to stem any kind of aggression, but there's no immediate follow-through. A Molotov to keep them locked in. Second player comes out with one frag, but it's efficient trading out from VP. There's that fast flank. And the nade ends up softening all three players. So really nicely done from Apex, despite not yet coming in with the kill. Zywoo's going to tap out Electronic. We still have Apex backside, just biding time. And so Fame 5 health in a 1v3. The utility is suffocating. Flashbangs to frag grenades to bodies all the way. Very clean pistol from Vitality.
Very much, but with FaZe here, it's just as legitimate as having Mouse. So if they win this, I think that, I mean, obviously it'd be a great way to go into the player break. If they don't win this, it's not like anything would change, I would say, for Vitality. Kind of depends if it suddenly is like a massive failure, but I don't know. I don't think anybody sees that happening. We'll have to see how this group starts off for them. And
with the string of results that they've had, I feel like it would still, ooh, nice nade, make total sense to go into the second season without making changes per se.
Yeah.
It felt like, you know, Mezzi's name was really on the chopping block, head in the guillotine perhaps. But with the turnaround at Dallas, I mean, perfect timing for him to have not only a very strong rating at an event, but also some godlike rounds, right? Showed his real absolute ceiling at times. And I would say just reminds them and allows for Apex to come out in that interview like he did, say, I believe he's got an incredible ceiling.
Yeah,
finally got a glimpse of it again.
I think we see the ceiling with him and Flamesy. We see the ceiling, and that's never really been the issue. It does feel like we're missing some of the stability that you got when we had Dupree and Magisk on the team. But with Dallas, like, that ceiling is just so appealing. Like, okay, let's just turn that into a good floor and then go from there. They hadn't actually disrupted anything on B. Bottom B control means a potential for 4A in that setup. And so they tried to press pause and wait for it, but another MP9 kill, a good setup between the, actually two more MP9 kills, Zywoo and Mezzi, and a very well-fortified A site.
Get some Tech 9s and grenades to go around James solo AK. Popped open smoke, just barely a little vision there for Apex. Can't hit any target, can't whittle down the numbers. And it's VP with a little bit of closer footing, right? Banana's been pretty closed and smoked off these last couple rounds, but now they give James a chance to look for this fight that will not seemingly come to him. Flamesy, cautious as ever, smoke in hand. Worst case scenario, he loses this bomb site, and we've got a Vitality that's still well equipped for the retake. And I like that he's going to put himself in that site, so he's taken down somebody surely.
Now he's going to have a small window here from Coffins where he can actually fight. Support's a little late. Let's see what he can do.
Puts a smoke ahead of him. Won't force the issue. Frag to pop open the cross. What's Apex see? Couple bodies, no kills. Half of James' health gone. Norbert punches in those digits. And here's that retake that they knew they might have to deal with. No utility left over for VP. It is Tech 9's up. That AK half health. And the retake grenades begin. Flash over the top. Blinds Flamesy, makes it a little awkward. He's gonna go down. James AK rips through one. The Tech 9 starts to recover more. It's Mezzi with the multi-frag down to the clutch. And Apex taps bomb, forces Norbert back to the action, but he knows it's that fake. Smoke on top. Pistol clears it. And it is Apex to post round 4.
I mean, that's beautifully played by Apex. As the smoke pops, is 1 second to Chen to go for a peek. He finds the kill in that moment. If not, he would have had to go for this. I would want to sit back and learn what they sort of want from me. But it's good to see him talking, because sometimes you will see a coach sort of take his time, not get into it too much. But if he has an idea to win, that's why they hired him.
Okay, double porch boost. But again, VP will set their eyes on Banana with smokes at the end of it. This one clears. Flamesy's been pretty consistent. Oh, see ya! Zywoo slams down Fame. It is all about timing.
And that's a very quiet Virtus.Pro that was just hoping to creep up without letting anybody know. And Zywoo gets that kill and then information.
Reposition to Coffins. Just feels like he's on it. A shot like that reaffirms you are one with the game sense. Blinded is Flames. He's still alive though. ZywOo's given great cover. Third kill from ZywOo. No chance as Norbert strikes him down, but an excellent triple from ZywOo, doing enough to set up Flamesy. Scenario with Maus in Virtus.Pro, where Shuhei had just never gone up against James, his first outing. And it just feels like they're these anomalies. Like, where do they exist? You know, what events?
The amount of
and the overlap in this head-to-head is so much more often, right? They've got pro leagues they could be at. They've got the majors they could be at. They've got IEMs that both teams regularly play.
Yeah, like
Virtus.Pro played Blast Groups for the first time ever this year. There was no matchup there. What is happening? Where do they come from? Where do they go? Looking like A. This double porch setup once more wasn't tested last time. Fully blinded Mezzi. Entry looked good, but Norbert's the only successful endeavor, and Spinks will hit him with the drive-by Tech-9 for the triple kill. The 8th round goes down just as smooth.
Couple of good rounds out of Spinks, too. And this is for 8 straight. Split comes in 0-6, looking for just a kill.
Neat and tidy. Goes down smooth. Olive on the side.
You like olives?
Absolutely hate them. Salty little buggers.
But if you're going to have a martini, it might as well be dirty.
Make it filthy.
We are in London, after all.
I want it thicker than the Thames.
And there's not just water in there.
No, that's a dirty place. Flit's first frag of the map has now been posted. But his first frag into the AWP save, so not all too much to get excited about. 8 in a row.
It's brutal for Virtus.Pro.
In attendance, I think, would have loved to show up to hoist the trophy. So, James will catch ZywOo. Opening kill Virtus.Pro, folks. These have been rare so far throughout. Inferno, Flamesy just shaving off the head of Flit. Gravity couldn't even save him as he tried to dive back behind half wall. And so your man advantage disappears. The re-aggression favors James. The trade not quite there from Apex, but he's got util. And that'll stop any further aggression from VP. Ambitious jump shot from the in-game later. Maybe getting a little crazy. And sometimes Apex does.
I really wanted to scare him back.
If you're going to take his bomb site, you got to kill him. Well, they do. And now Spinks is tasked with a desperate rotation towards Coffin, which will be smoked off. If Mezzi gets lucky with a spray or pops open smoke for line of vision...
Connor, can't you get Virtus.Pro around here?
I don't know about that. Molotov on the bomb plant. Another T-smoke comes down. Now it gets extra desperate. But there it is, right? The thread to pull on, and a little more damage against Electronic. Now, you've smoked off one of the 3 players. James is going to have to come out and fight, you'd assume. It's Mezzi inside of the smoke, not using that to push Pit, but rather Banana, and he gets stuffed up close. Spinks, do you have this in you? It's blind spam off Banana for 2/3 his health, and with this, that chance of a retake kind of fizzles out of existence. VP, you may have won. That Mike's got some bass.
Yeah, that was the sexiest I've ever heard Apex sound.
Okay, feeling frisky here. I feel like the gloves are coming off for the last few rounds of this half. Late in the blind spray, but the lineup. Flit takes back the banana control, and with it, the B site has fallen. ZywOo, desperate to catch one on cross, will not get what he wants. Anticipating James' jump up. Not the case. 2 additional smokes go down, and Virtus.Pro looking to convert. Nade for the bomb planter. Norbert's down to a measly 18 health, but it is not the opening that ZywOo was hoping for, and so a second to the scoreboard.
And it's another repeat of fast banana control that's now starting to at least go in the favor of Virtus.Pro. As they get to the half wall, they turn the corner on car, they find both of their trades this time, And that's essentially where the round is over. They get both trades, they're up a player, they get into the site, rotations are not there in time. That's what Vitality were doing such a good job of avoiding up until this moment. It just comes down to if this half is really that recoverable. 4 rounds potential here for Virtus.Pro as they at least get a second. It's a slow start today. Never happened there. It's no doubt.
Couple more chances for Virtus.Pro to close that round gap.
This is interesting. They don't see anything. The nades come out right after.
Ooh, that nade's gonna be hefty. Not that bad, in fact. Only 19 damage across the 2, and it costs Spinks his life.
Wow, they're going fast.
And maybe that is because he saw nobody, so just a step ahead of the curve. Ooh, this is gonna get desperate for the defenders, but they do have decent positions. They're inside of the cover. ZywOo missed shot, missed chance, and it all falls on Mezzi. Great dink, line up there towards sight, but he can't materialize the double, and the push out from Flamesy ahead of the curve also goes down empty-handed. It is 3 players up in the post plant, and Apex with a task that he may or may not sign up for. He retreats.
Man. Rounds like this, you did not see before Electronic. Like, rounds like this, even if Virtus.Pro before Electronic would have got that kill on Spinks, taken over Archside, they would never speed up.
Handbrake.
Yeah, they would handbrake, wait for another advantage, then move slowly into the site, maybe turn that into a fake as they've left a lurker back on B and make that big rotation all the way to the other side of the map. This is definitely a new Virtus.Pro, and this is where we see signs of it. I know it sounds crazy. You get a kill on Arch. You're already going for an Arch play. Of course you're going to wrap. But old Virtus.Pro would not do that.
But we're talking about 3 rounds in a row now for Virtus.Pro, so never too late. Vitality gets through the entire half without ever having to save, without ever having to half-buy. Can they post that 9th? In the face of a return to form from VP, it is stifling inside of all these smoke grenades towards Banana, but they press on through with 0 pressure applied beyond the utility, so no damage done really, until that nade finds its mark. Meanwhile, Vitality obviously bruised. Oof.
This one's interesting, right? Because it comes with very little intention. They've... Oh, did we just lose one?
Yeah.
That's a light A site for the moment. There's still 3 in B, and the bomb is actually coming towards this site as well.
Molotov ahead of the execute, or incendiary, excuse me. Flamesy boosted up. We've got Util on his support player. He is rifle in hand and ready to shave off heads. Flashbang finds him. He can't connect fully. Spinks' position now known. He's got support from Coffins if needed. But again, he goes for the grenade, and that one's going to cost him. Peek towards the cross. Apex at bat. Can't handle Flit, who comes through with a critical double kill. And while Electronic will lurk behind Mezzi on the hunt, he just drops out of the server. Now there's no flank. This round, by the hand of God, gets evened out, but the Opper in Jame, the hand of Christ, will deny the retake. It is an 8-4 half. Pick this one up, shall you? It's going to be James with his hands full. Oh, they're coming. Okay.
Wow.
Jumping Glock headshot from Flames. Why not?
Yeah, and they hear nothing. There's no rotations coming in. They're also sitting in mid waiting to see which side they should pendulum to. Virtus.Pro are clasping their hands and praying that it's going to be the B site. Vitality thinking about it, walking towards it. Maybe they'll get what they're looking for.
Oh, this is crazy.
But are they going to do it with revealing too many players? It looks like they're in a good spot, right? Fame takes 1 fight. They still only know about 1 player here. I think they're still going to come commit to this.
I mean, that little bit of contact, it could have been the thing that turned ZywOo back to at least go feel out A. Oh my God, VP are getting what they want, but can they hold? Oh, Fame! Glorious couple of kills still to be recovered here. ZywOo's trying to bring it back. That's the evacuation protocol. Leave. They have stepped into the minefields and they know it. Apex will come in from Banana on the split. And with Fame killing him, his 3rd in the pistol, that bomb will sprint to the other side. V VP nearly just pulled off the miracle.
So close. That was actually such a hard thing to figure out. And with the time remaining, 2 extra seconds to get that bomb planted. Fame coming up for the 1v2 on for the ace.
He's got to do it all, huh? From start to finish. And when, again, the crux of Virtus.Pro has been pistols, this would be such a huge round for Fame to pick up the top performing player of VP, looking for the 4th. Oh, but he gets gunned down. ZywOo.
Understandable when he's expecting elite level play all the time.
And I would say, I think particularly, right, that interview comes out after their unexpected loss to 9Z in that game that would have guaranteed them semifinals.
Right.
So it's one of those matchups where it's like, you know, FaZe did it back at Cologne last year, where it's like, oh, okay, here we are playing for semis or quarters, and it's like, you're still going to get playoff FaZe. They're still going to run it to grand finals. But yeah, are you going to become one of those S-tier teams that starts to lose the easy layups? You know, I don't think Apex wants to become that guy. So.
No, I mean, that's the reason they became great, because of that attitude.
Yep.
So, VP, we're looking to juggle smokes here on the B side to influence them to go A. It's a unique setup here. Triple up on Arch. Ready for this anti-eco, but Vitality haven't made a choice just yet. And if they want to wait and come back to B, then maybe this does get a little bit into time trouble. Wow, they found the gap. Up into halls. No one here waiting. There's a lot of power in the MAC-10. When you don't have 5 really good guns, you're going to send that thing out carefree.
Meanwhile, ZywOo is going to size up the other half of the map. Oop. Pressing up into this. Oh my god, he's found a way through them. The pistol comes back to try to help. There's actually a little delay here, so ZywOo gets a bit of a shooting gallery. He is still alive. Will not take a second player with him, but has created enough space for bomb plant. But check out the health here, folks. We've got a very low Spinks on 1 HP, Flamesy on 29. It's that full bar of Mezzy that I think they're going to be banking on in this post plant. That's assuming VP. I feel like go for this.
And they hope no one's halls, but it doesn't matter.
No.
Oh, wow. Virtus.Pro actually going to walk away.
Unconfirmed damage, maybe?
Unconfirmed damage, yeah. There could have been a dink called, but hard to say. So, I mean, they don't have the most utility. They do have a smoke, but no kid in play to try to go for it. And even though they need the rounds, they like to come forward with at least a couple of good guns, but they don't even really save that one.
Spinks is dead. Mezzy, good to go.
Yeah. I feel like the value there definitely would be saving, though.
Okay. Or I would argue even killed faster, right? Him staying alive as long as he did really allowed that arch wrap to come into the A play, and we see the little health that was left over. What if there was one more CT freed up to trade? So, Apex, beautiful timing here. Yeah, he's not afraid of you at all. Gets there, Flit kills his teammate. Apex catches him on the jump, and Flit's gonna be beating himself for that one. It is a fallen B bomb site.
Oh, that's a message. See ya, Electronic.
ZywOo from downtown, and with Spinks still up in apartments, this T side is just shredding through the little hope that VP had. And that little hope that VP had, don't forget, it was an 8-0 start to this game.
Yeah, it was just the 4 rounds they got right after that, and wow, would be a quick first map here for Vitality. With the pauses aside, there haven't been too many complicated rounds. They've kind of got what they wanted most of the time.
Oh, how dare you. ZywOo through the smoke.
He's singing. It's just primal with him. Oh, man. 3 Thomases.
But an opening kill. Ooh. Fame falls back through fire, forgoes the banana control, and so it's a good amount of caution that'll have to be employed here by Virtus.Pro towards B. That's going to keep the defense split. Watch Vitality not waste any more time either, right? A little banana pressure into a quick bracket hit, potential trade back. No arch presence from VP though, and we can see the attention of Vitality turn that way. Missed op shot, not ideal. And he's not recovering it either with the follow-up. Luckily has support on the balcony in Norbert. They're anticipating an arch wrap, but it is not inbound. VP cautious, but also supported by the library rotation. Norbert gets aggressive, works out wonderfully. Jame will connect eventually, and it gets swept away, so VP, much like the first half. I feel like if you were to dangle Jame upside down, gold coins would fall out of his pockets. And all sorts of other things.
You melt them down and turn it into an op.
Yeah. James got a 3D printer, and you can't convince me otherwise.
I think he has a 4D printer.
That's where all his time comes from. Molly pops in front of him. Nice pop up from Flit. He's playing counter flash, but he just lost the support. Oof, almost recovers the frag back, but ZywOo will remain on half health instead. Good amount of pressure actually on A site with Flamesy coming out mid.
They're a little bit turtled right now. No pick controls. Oh no, Electronic can't die like that.
Oh man.
No one in pit still. They can't go back there either.
That right there could be the end of this unless Norbert goes massive. He's got Fame coming out from the Moto smoke. At least he'll have an angle towards Balk. Gets the kill back. 3v3. Norbert finds timing. Man advantage in the hands of VP. That will turn what's left of Vitality towards B. But guess what, folks? It's open.
They're so fast. They're already into the site. Smoke on the cross. No one here to challenge it whatsoever. Bomb will get planted. And it'll have to be a 2v3. And they can switch to French.
Smoke grenade for Flit. But they already control both avenues of the retake. ZywOo to face them, goes against Norbert, wins the duel barely. Now he's low health and Apex sits pretty on 100. Locked in towards Coffins, just missing the timing on the banana fight, but he comes back in with it. It falls to Flit, who fails. And Vitality wasting...
And they lost both those games with 5 and 4 rounds respectively. So yeah, we're going to have to see Forum get up there because we know they know the map.
Suddenly that prediction from one Haka making a lot of sense. Haka also making his Blast debut, by the way, folks.
Yeah, he's looking good up there.
Looking like a real analyst, I tell you.
UK buff. They don't have any jet lag.
This is actually where Haka did his first ever Counter-Strike event when he won the ECS Community Caster Challenge and came with Dinko to this very same stadium.
Love that. Full circle moment here.
But enough about that guy. Pistol and a smoke from Vitality on the CT spawn. It is a B split with one player in tunnels. Who dies? Electronic turns around. I told you, more Berettas. And suddenly we've got a double man advantage. Triple kill from Electronic doing all the heavy lifting. God damn it, they might just win the pistol. Or do I speak too soon?
Oh, you do. You speak too soon.
He turns and ZywOo churns through all of them. They almost...
You come with the king, you best not miss, says Apex.
Oh, man.
And right there we go from 7 to 10 odds. It's another pistol round. Isn't won by Virtus.Pro. They're struggling on those.
You know, it's an easy day in the office when Apex whips out the scout. Uh-oh.
These guys trembling in the corner with their weapons. They're very small weapons.
Swamp Waters of Catwalk occupied. Easy lineup for ZywOo, who gets 2 of the 3. Flamesy's Mac-10 comes out to lend a helping hand, and the remnants of Virtus.Pro scutter off to long. Is that a word?
Scuttle, maybe?
Scutter? Yeah, that's not a word.
Scatter?
Scatter and scuttle made scutter. I do what
English,
I want.
honestly, English does work like that sometimes. You say it enough and it becomes a word. They added lol to the dictionary. You've got a chance.
Right? Riz. Oh! What you doing, Norbert?
Wow, nice shot.
A couple USP kills will rack up a cost, but... And it's odd because, you know, Dallas had promise. That phase game looks so promising.
It's also crazy just how many on-paper roster moves have looked good. Like, they've been a couple that have been worth criticizing, but a lot that have just seemed like they should be promising, but they just didn't. They just didn't work out.
You know what's wild is some of the most unexpected signings have turned out miraculously. Like say Brolin to Mouse.
Yeah.
When that signing came through, we're like, ooh, you're gonna replace Frozen.
Got to replace your best player on every map.
And
you do.
#1 in the world, by the way.
Yeah. It's true.
So don't be counting chickens before they hatch. Playing a game of chicken is ZywOo out cat.
Damn, he really just walked out there.
So meeting a little bit of resistance here in the buy round of Virtus.Pro. That op is still floating. I say floating, but it really is cemented back B site. That's where Jame will keep the cannon. And all of a sudden, the re-aggression towards Catwalk is going to meet much less resistance, completely forfeiting control of the site. Virtus.Pro going for long instead. I mean, this could very easily just put Vitality into a Catwalk post plant. If they never challenge long, we could be looking at a 5v5 retake attempt, which odds are with VP transitions into a save. So at 25 seconds, let's see if they really put up any kind of a fight. If there's bite behind the bark. The rumblings of the CT push come out. Fame sprints upwards. Flit tries to scour top ledge, but sees nothing. And there's the challenge. The man advantage slips away as Flamesy's dropped. But of course, Spinks behind the wicker baskets.
Fame's gonna clear this for sure, but will he get the kill? Ooh.
Big one. He stays tucked in. Spinks stuck in this fight.
Wow.
Nice spray into Flit for the second. It's a 2v2, and Norbert through box gets him down. But there comes Mezzy out with the Molotov onto the plant. They're going to push past it. The Molotov actually went too deep. It went on to default instead, but it still gets Jame off the defuse, and that's enough. That is enough. Mezzy 1v2.
Wow, nice one from Mezzy. Perfectly played right there. Oh, it's in here?
Yeah. Trying to tiptoe through the flames.
Oh, yes, that was the pizza molly.
Quickly out long to no contest. Vitality, good map control, silently getting to the cross. Smoke trickles down. Pack of players climbing over Xbox. Will Flamesy make contact or let them all go? Ooh, scout shot is very nice from Jame. Kind of exactly what they needed, right? Impact from someone before bomb plant comes out. Mid-flank lurk is denied. This is starting to come together here for Virtus.Pro.
Wow.
The SMGs rip heads off shoulders. It's a Glock for ZywOo with an op on his back. And opening shot, Jame. Yada bada boom. Easy pickup. Crack a tap. Oh no, missed the second.
Ooh, I would have loved to hear the third sound effect, but we have to unlock that. And
doesn't get the Xbox kill, so easily ZywOo slips down middle at a man disadvantage. Yeah, get the hell out of there before you get zoned. Flit will tuck into CT. Doesn't want to lose man advantage. Jame awaits the ZywOo approach. His second shot finds him. And slowly but surely, they are just whittling down the numbers here of Vitality, who have successfully taken Catwalk, but will meet resistance if they try to push through smoke.
One minute timing. Here's Vitality just walk all the way around through Cat and get spotted coming in on the cross. It comes with a frag as well. Now, I think they're just hoping that maybe Electronic was the first of two players to be on the other side of doors, but they don't really have a choice but to just hope. Another rotation will come out. It's still dead quiet here. And there's actually a chance that Vitality just come across this first kill, though. Flame could reposition to kill time instead of playing in the window like this. But that's Flit also moving out. Oh no, and Flit's already left into spawn.
Ooh, man. Scout shot connects to Flit. He goes down by 70. Bomb is planted and a difficult retake with no util either for Virtus.Pro. This was looking like they'd have a sight, but a pop-up on the back plat costs them the entry, and that damage alone. Just 2 shots from the scout to tag both Flit and Norbert calls the save instead. Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah, big time, man. I get, you know, Flit in that moment is the guy to watch. You know, when we've talked about, we can talk about history a little bit with Dust 2 because it hasn't been in the pool for a while. When we talk about great Dust 2 CT-sided teams, we talk about like Zippix on Astral was playing mid-B. And the magic of him was just being able to figure out when he should be on the right side of the door or the left side of the door. It sounds so simple, but that one rotation is where players like James were able to punish so many good teams. It's very hard to say.
We're going to try to bank on aggression here in round 8.
Wow, this is different.
Very quickly, the rounds have been collected by Vitality, but again, right, when something works, it's usually a little faster. So Virtus.Pro get aggressive on the CT side, try to take the duel to top middle, nearly get what they want, and then immediately transition into a heavy A stack, which Vitality kind of get a read on.
I think that now that they've cleared out Car, they know it's going to be hard for VP to retake long, so they're expecting them to get insecure about it, and they know that the rotation was going to go back in that direction. So let's see what VP do next, or sorry, what Vitality do next. They know they've got a lot of confused CTs.
Smoking off mid door. Oh, collateral.
Oh, what a view on that.
3 players he hits with that shot.
That's a kebab. That is a kebab.
Hit me with the red sauce.
White sauce, hot sauce, boss man.
Apex on the follow-up. Oh, jumps the gun. There's the unexpected peek, but they don't lose another body till he goes up and commits. And then they're all dead.
They're just all there.
May I add?
When they're doing a good job, we don't talk about them. That's why you don't know their names, folks. But
don't let them get too famous, or else they'll turn into Prius.
That's yeah. They'll get demoted to Valorant.
James trying to get that contact again, right? Op starting to find its target in these last couple rounds. So he's hunting, but his prey start to sharpen their claws, getting closer on long, and the flash is fantastic. Norbert comes out with the double kill. ZywOo with the trade frag demanded to keep Vitality standing here in round number 9, but they're met by more util, so they have to hold off. They put up another smoke. James able to sit back and elbow, but that gap is nasty. More smokes, same positions for both teams, right? Another on the long cross, another on the catwalk. James just patient as ever, and it pays off. 4v2, looking real good for Virtus.Pro. CT side starting to come alive, but this last volley of util out from Vitality is meant at the very least to get the bomb planted. Smoke fades to spawn. There's an op duel getting queued up down there. And Mezzy has to wait out this last flurry of fire. Nothing offered up from ZywOo, so Merryman into the 1v4 with the plants, but he is getting swarmed, and so they clear the board of all of Vitality, and Virtus.Pro will take a 3rd.
Yeah, nice patience out of James, nice rotation to the CT spawn after getting his first kill on Cat. A lot of conviction in his movements right there, and the defuse comes through. And this definitely, last time they didn't get a kill, but he got out without dying, and then they ended up winning after their Cat rotation. So a lot of value here in mid, and they look to copy and paste similar scenes. Similar in front of the action,
but a different direction. Posting on lower instead. A natural counter to top mid aggression. So James trying to play one step ahead while the smoke is up, but doesn't want to run too much of a risk. And here comes the util from Vitality. Electronic left out on his own for a little while.
I like this. I mean, Vitality are just recognizing they can let Virtus.Pro have this sort of strong front up in mid, but they can just take it back right after. You see the smoke timing is beautiful to get this map control back. And now we kind of reset with some time on the side of Virtus.Pro, but it's Dust 2. You can do this whole default, take all the map control you want much faster than you can on other maps, so it's not going to affect them a ton.
Electronic, wow, Vection. He didn't know which was going to pop off, but it did feel like Vitality were walking into their slaughter, so 2 headshots off the AK. And a difficult 3v5 to try and claw back. Apex not hiding his position. And VP content to just sit still behind those smokes. Now, Mezzy has gotten ever closer to the CT cross.
True.
Still could make the round interesting.
Oh, he's underneath him. They made noise. He knows.
What? The lone player doesn't see it. The taps get away. Oh, he can't recover, but does it set up Spinks? At least for one. Apex with a good fight towards sight. That player softened up. Oh, God, things are weird.
He saw a head.
But there's also only 12 seconds. Apex has managed to get across. He's going to blindside Norbert. That's the bomb plant down guaranteed. And Spinks goes back to recover. Jame is between the two. How have they finagled back this round? Jame is in such a tough spot. He knows Cat's occupied. He knows the second's the planter. But he's been playing so well at 12 and 5. The pistol's out. I mean, what's he gonna do? Tries to press smoke and goes down.
Oh,
what
God.
a fumble, dare I call it, for VP.
And that's a moment where you go, what is wrong with Virtus.Pro? How does a round like that go?
Just a disconnect in what they thought was covered. Norbert in sight.
Just such big gaps.
You hear the panic it causes as well, right? When Electronic gets caught off guard. Feral in his call. What is this? It works. Don't question it. Watching Jame and Electronic play with one another, whether that's the left-right setup on Cat or this boost on site. You know, it's been stellar.
I mean, James in his zone right now. He's 13 and 6, and he's got so many big kills, opening frags. Lots of the setups have been designed around him. And that's all to say that they got 4 rounds in total behind it. So something working, but something not.
Get out middle. They won't follow through entirely, just kind of puffing their chests. Spinks. Oh, it gets away from him. Talk about in the zone. What a recovery from Jame, who doesn't decide to stick on the corner. Allows the 2 rifles in sight to do that instead. You see VP kind of scrambling at the moment, taking that peek down long, trying to get into a position to hold this off.
They're scrambling. They don't have any control.
Oh, God, the last 15 seconds, and it's starting to slip away because of Mezzy on long. Norbert's going to lock it in off Catwalk. It is hectic, but it's VP nonetheless with a 5-round.
Side on Dust 2, that's just one of the key things we want from them if they're going to play on this map moving forward. But in the end, it's going to come down to, can they actually close this out? And can they get in the lead even? Because it didn't really feel like that was going to be possible coming out of Inferno.
Wonders. Can they win a pistol?
Can they win a pistol? Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
What was that, 3v5 back in the first half?
Oh, man. After that, and it's like, after a 3K with dualies from Electronic.
Does Zywu have a P250? No. Just on the T side.
It didn't need it last time.
As he tries to capitalize off the decoy throw. Oh, it's a decoy. They're all B. Not falling for your shenanigans. I still think that the decoys should have a right-click option that sets it between either fake gunshots or fake footsteps.
He just gets into it all serious with this. By the way, this is what I think about the future of decoys. Valve, if you're listening.
Just saying, give us the option.
That would be cool, actually.
That'd be pretty cool, huh?
Well, we'd have to raise the prices.
It's an original idea, man.
I think we'd have to tax stuff or raise the prices or something.
Mezzy has just followed with the tunnels control. They leave tunnels. He takes it. They try to charge up Cat, but uh-oh, you ran into Zywu, who's got Spinks to help him out because that flank while the heads were turned, well, that's the end of VP's second pistol in this map.
Not
and
another
they
pistol.
will now be 0 and 4 in pistol rounds. And Zywu is going to have to kill him as Jame tries to charge down, looking to just die before time expires. It is
Kaladi could be their best one yet.
The only thing that has kept Virtus.Pro in this series so far were the tech delays.
Finally working in their favor, unfortunately.
Now their time in their opening matchup is running out. Fame awaits the push. 4 players from Vitality inside of the tunnels, whether that's upper or lower. ZywOo, it ain't easy, but he hangs on, trades out Electronic, and has Mezzy still to work with in upper tunnels. So ZywOo could just keep fighting towards middle. Mezzy has crossed over and Fame has his back. Oh, Mezzy gets popped. But they should still know ZywOo's down there.
Oh, they do, but he's actually come and checked really quickly. And as they peel back, is there a chance he gets a weird timing? Fame goes to a very safe spot. Surely this works out for him. Oh, wow. He misses timing on ZywOo crossing it. He comes back.
Who is this guy?
You can't game plan versus that. I'm sorry. Fame did nothing wrong there. That's just unfortunate timing for him. And it's dire straits for Virtus.Pro. Oh my god, another timing. ZywOo, of course, to find it. 3 frags.
17th frag of the map, just like that. When all is unknown, when there are players across the entire T half of the map, ZywOo just gets freed up to make contact 2 times, and now they're gonna unchain him, let him go sprinting towards top mid. But this decision, while it could find Harbor, simultaneously sets up this play for James. That is ZywOo with 4 kills.
No, it's TimeWoo.
Okay.
4 kills.
He has siphoned it out of James' hourglass. He wields it himself. James will get 1 kill against Apex, and ZywOo has done everything right this entire round up until the duel versus James. He comes in a little too late. No trade. Last player cleans it up, and thanks to ZywOo's 4 frags, Vitality robbed the round away.
Dude, ZywOo was insane in that situation. Like, obviously, a lot of those moments are just, I want to say, a matter of luck. Obviously, there's game sense involved. He knows that someone was upper. He knows the guy was pushing top mid. He was going into the
10 rounds, the advantage of Virtus.Pro's 5. And mobile as ever, ZywOo towards long to start this round, freeing up Apex to double back to spawn. Will Spinks run this risk? Smoke grenade towards middle, but there's nothing actually behind this. And there's still no confirmation for Vitality in tunnels, but Spinks starts to take a quick glimpse and then immediately falls back. They're not banking on the flank just yet. Maybe because of that CT smoke, they've got the eyes occupied from sight. It is cat pressure from VP. The rumblings all across the map yet, but no commitments. Vitality take a risk first. We can see Flamesy starting to gear up for the flank towards long. Here it comes. Big challenge, and it's only a dink. Luckily, Apex will finish that kill off with a little smoke spam. That flank is fast, and Mezzy goes deep into the platform of B site. Apex bursting open the smoke grenade, takes a player off, but it gets away from Mezzy after 1. Still, they clear out everybody else, and it is James in back-to-back 1v3s. Oh!
Another one of the mouse wheel, Jesus.
Second of the series. VP's opening match here in London looking more like a whimper than anything else. Haka said 4 or 5 rounds and prediction on point. Just another name added to the list of Vitality blowouts on Dust 2.
Yeah, it lines up with both of their recent performances on the map.
Run boost gets Apex off the angle without a frag, but it also doesn't cost him. See if VP decide to transition into a bit of a quicker mid-split. Last time they just waited for the CT smoke, and the whole round kind of fizzled out because of Flamesy's timing on the flank, but this time with the smoke in front of him, it looks like they're ahead of the play. just a little quicker to the action, and this could be the key. They'll topple Spinks empty-handed. Mezzi locked into plat yet again. Last time only got one. This time, 2 kills deep, and just enough of a delay to get ZywOo into the action. Electronic is cut off, and he will take this back as Fame prioritizes plan. There's the flank top mid. Caught out! Electronic on a swivel.
There's no way he survived that. That is unbelievable.
You have strong feelings on the CZ in 2024?
I always loved it. I don't have it equipped, but I just like the style of it.
Okay.
I miss it. That's how I feel about it, really. But I mean, if you're gonna hold an angle with it, it is still great. It's great for, like, you're basically a trap card. You know, you hold an angle,
Bottomless
not switching
pit hole.
guns. Exactly.
Bottomless trap hole, actually. I messed that up. Just feels like the 5-7, though. You know what I mean? It's like so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, to each their own. Who am I to judge?
It's like Indiana Jones stepping on that one sort of cement block that goes down, and then the arrow starts shooting. Like you can trap someone, bring him from 100 to 0.
But the arrows are bullets. Right. There it is. Good for one.
Plus, he's French. He's got to use a CZ.
Why?
Oh, so before your time, too? LDCZ?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure. I thought this was like a FAMAS, you know, the French military use it.
Right, no.
Okay. There we go. 5-7. Real cultured weapon. Man, the cost of this round could get racked up in an instant because all these guys can't even get close to the site in fear of the bomb popping off. If CTs keep them close.
They should actually be, they're probably scared of losing somehow.
Exactly. But CT player here and Jame will clear the board ahead of the bomb pop, and all is good. They convert, losing 2. One-shot headshot.
Yeah, one-shot headshot. It's not an honest weapon, okay? I'm just going to say that right now.
Nope.
But the only goal is winning.
Such a stark contrast. In some of the rounds earlier, we had, you know, ZywOo getting down into the tunnels, a consistent peak from Mezzi or Spinks in upper tunnels, but these last couple rounds here, and clearly this one, Vitality just gonna play it a little more passive, so hoping that the 12th round win can walk into them.
Oh.
Blinded, Norbert finds the kill. Not what Flamesy was hoping for as he gets aggressive on long. Apex has a chance to go take it back himself. Meanwhile, the mid walkout has gotten into position really quickly, and this defense,
Apex gonna speed up for sure.
it has failed to hold the bomb site at times. Second long player dead. And the duo inside of B site, they're waiting for the attack, but now they're just gonna get Molotoved in here. They are stuck inside of this site, which was about to get hit. And instead, it is ZywOo towards long. Critical moment, and he will be cleared out. Norbert wins the fight on long with 3 kills, and they completely avoid this stack that they know they were walking at.
Yeah, it's been sort of a tough stake for Norbert to chew through, but they came out long doors with one player, then a second one meandered in just a little bit later, and then he waited for ZywOo to go for the re-aggression, so he really got his. He just had to be patient with it, but he put himself in a good spot. Of course, the first flash, he just fully ate, and it's because he wasn't ready for it, and Flamesy was going to come out pre-aiming the left side of the door, which was to be the natural place for him to stand in.
Oof.
And, of course, Norbert just starts shooting because he's just looking in the door hoping they walk into it. Like, this is where it all began for Virtus.Pro, and this is why Vitality are back on another save.
And while the first kill of the 3 from Norbert happens while he's fully blind, and we could put the asterisk there, it's a vacuum of power that comes with it. Everybody forced to go take that fight thereafter. Easy cleanup here versus Pistols yet again. Poor Mezzi burnt to a crisp.
I love those mollies.
And here comes the 5-7. Attacking the back line, stealing away James off. But luckily for Virtus.Pro, there's still plenty of rifles to go around to take back what is theirs. You do not simply steal James op from Virtus.Pro. But ZywOo may very well do it. And obviously, VP still kind of managing this comeback, so can't just throw caution to the wind. They'll let this two-player save get going.
That's a pretty nice gun to grab in this spot, though, because of the money. So this will imbue him with a little bit more strength moving into the next rounds.
Now they're within one.
And yeah, now Virtus.Pro are within one, absolutely. This could have simply been a 13-6 end, straight up. Vitality were so close. I think it was 4v2, right, when Electronic got that through.
Yeah. You sound like you're about to give me my horoscope.
Year to doubt.
Off shot connects, but Electronic fights on. Oh, the Xbox smoke fell. But the flashbangs are still pretty damn present. Another bit of damage comes out from the CTs. They have softened up VP. I mean, all this comeback could be for naught if Vitality find this one here and now, and they can very much sense this gathering of Virtus.Pro players bottom mid.
It's that rotation I'm talking about, you know. ZywOo getting the sense, okay, I'm feeling like they might be trying to cross here. There's no one to punish on any of these utilities that we've seen Virtus.Pro throw. They flashed ZywOo in middle, didn't peek him. Goose Molly comes out, Spink steps in front of it, no support, no one to peek him. So a couple red herrings, and Mezzi, when he's had support, I think he's been pretty good inside of B. VP, do they have their work cut out for him?
Yeah, I mean, well, this is the change, right? ZywOo's not been here. It's been Mezzi and Spinks time and time again. You've got ZywOo's op on plat. What more could you ask for if you're Vitality? He's gonna click flit. His assistance goes down. ZywOo can't manage the third, just barely. They live on as they pressure out from tunnels. Now that top mid lurks low health. There is a numbers advantage here for Vitality. If they try to scramble this, bomb is planted. The frag just off the mark. Fame barely standing. Electronic has spotted the crossover, that looming threat for Vitality. It's a quick swap to the op, but the retake's in. They've got a player on car. Apex has pumped through already. Flames dive sight. Jame gets away. Through the doors he'll go. And as he flanks around, it is perfect spacing from Jame.
Oh, and that's to tie it up. That is a beauty. And Virtus.Pro are hyped.
Let's get it. They waited for this T side. They chose to start on the defense.
But because of that saved op previously, we've got another op buy coming in for Vitality and a decent buy overall. It's not a buy save situation.
2 ops. Spinks puts the other one back B site. I mean, we're getting slight variations here at the tail end of Vitality's defense, whether that's ZywOo inside B for the first time ever, or now double ops. Apex flipping through the playbook. VP taking over tunnels, but doing it quietly. The flash and no shot. Spinks doesn't pull the trigger, doesn't bite down on the first glimpse of VP.
And they've got this 3-2 position once again with nobody inside middle here for the CT side. They can be susceptible to fakes. They're going to be quite insecure quite quickly, depending on what VP do. They have to be worried about lurks, rotation slowed down to the B site. It could very well come down to these two.
I mean, this formula, though, it hasn't been enough. How many chances before they succeed? It's 1 out of Mezzi. The op is blind and gets nothing as Fame gets 2 frags, easy entry. Down to the 20 seconds, it doesn't make a difference. And
My
folks,
God.
Believe your eyes, VP take 12 first.
That's incredible. That's incredible. For this half to result in a comeback for Virtus.Pro from the Galil 3K from Electronic when it looked like the game was done. Jame and Electronic combining their powers to make this T-side comeback real. Now winning a round versus 2 ops in a situation where Vitality play disconnected between the A and B site, and the B players fail once again.
Well, ZywOo's keeping himself tucked down. Poor Apex just gets caught throwing flashes. So you're saved for the next round where money is in question. Okay. Was just straight up tunnels aggression. Remember ZywOo on that 4K round when he just takes over lower.
Yep. Less ideas.
became so flavorless as this half has gone on for Vitality.
That's a great word for it.
I mean, come on, boys. Sprinkle in a little salt at least. Molotov lands ahead of the lower hit, and Spinks behind doors hangs on. Now, didn't tick any damage, so nothing confirmed for Spinks. But he's looking like he wants to go. Wonderful!
Okay.
There it is. All the rounds that Spinks has fallen with nothing.
Oh!
And just like that, we are talking 5v2 Vitality and OT queued up. Just like that.
The moment they walk through the door and try to pull out an aggressive CT tactic, the moment they take a pause to come up with that idea, they finally bring an idea. It's the first time we're seeing a 3B lean. Something different in their setup.
Long support from ZywOo to just pepper at the heels of the hit. Frag grenade comes out. There goes half of Fame. Ooh,
Wait a
nice
second.
shot.
There's only one on A right now. Now, they don't know that. I think it would be hard to read that there's 3 in B, but they're actually doing the right thing. Moving up Cat now.
Oh my. Oh, and he gets away with 6 HP. A Molotov behind him. Norbert's hands are going to be busy. Oh, this is bomb down. From what felt like no chance to a post plant. Long fight queued up for Flamesy. Fame has taken down another player, but it's the long that holds on. And so Fame on 6 health should be done for, should be. Picks up another kill. He's on for the ace. This would close out map 2, and not to mention, Spinks is just as low as Fame. If he can line up these headshots, Fame with 4! On for the ace! Oh, it's right there for the taking. He comes back and he softens him up to the side. Call the paparazzi! Fame! Oh!
On pistol round wins on Anubis, despite winning almost every single game besides their 1-9Z that they lost at Dallas.
We are in the venue where the Smooya chants began.
We are in the venue where the Smooya chants began. That's right.
Electronic will kick this off with a clean execution of ZywOo. You shall not cross this bridge. Bullrog, be gone. Spinks doesn't extend all the way out. Doesn't find that player in the corner. We see this little bit of a scramble over towards A site. Well, it seems to want to size up E-Box, and that is a turning point. Already, the bomb was prepared to play in from long B with the frag to E-Box. It's an easy split into the site, and I don't want to call it too soon, but I think VP just won the pistol.
Okay, well, you just want to be very careful because it literally never happens. At least not recently. But surely, this is unfumbleable.
Surely. Sally. Susie. Apex in the bomb site, traded out, all's good. Just Flamesy. What more can he do, right? What more can one guy do?
Oh. He had a frame. He had 1 frame of a chance.
Gets a little too close.
That was.
But would the Cologne crowd have started that chant?
It's the Smooya fans, dude. They're everywhere. So you never know. I think it would be a question of one of those things. It's how hard would it be to discover it in 2 different places? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, they figured out math in every country because it was easy to discover. You're just going to figure out the rules. Smooya. Like, do you just figure that out? Maybe.
Very quiet bomb site, considering how many players are ready to just pounce in on this one. Spinks, what do you have in store? Just the MP9, so a single frag for him. Fame disengages. Bomb's not too close to head elsewhere, and now that Norbert dies with nothing, things are getting weird. And Fame will continue that departure from the E-Box. The mid-CT players are freed up to go where they please.
But they are actually worried about someone who is now coming in on timing, but was a little bit slower than they had expected. And the CTs start to go back towards the A site. Flamesy.
I love the timing. James. Oh, he just runs through the tail end of the smoke, barely gets down.
Oh! He knew he could have stopped that, actually.
That nade stops the plant, and there's no time for it to be picked up, but he gets covered by Fame. Fame is absolutely hitting headshots from that 5-kill final round on Dust 2 to 3 frags in this one, but oh, ZywOo nearly gets him.
Wait a second, where's that bomb planted?
In the open. The long player is going to have to come back at this, but there's no kit for ZywOo, and James doesn't bite down on that fake. ZywOo, again, no kit to play here. 15 health between these two players.
Oh, it's over.
And
Can't
time
go
dictates. ZywOo loses the clutch. James will depart for the save, and it is Virtus.Pro by the skin of their teeth to convert their very first pistol.
No kill there as James gets out as well. No fight to be had. Nice one.
Early T-side success here, really starting to kind of speak to the momentum that maybe VP are taking off of map 2. Electronic just mows down ZywOo and Apex with their measly little sidearms. They'll get nothing going. And we have to remember, you know, we talk about the great record of Vitality on Dust 2 with the anomaly of who?
9Z.
And what about their Anubis?
They are undefeated besides their one loss to 9Z. A 16-14 loss at Dallas.
A parallel, you say?
Ambushed by 5 wins. So a sterling record on both these maps outside their 1 losses to 9Z, and now 2 losses on Dust.
FaZe, that due to Rain's interview, was saying we feel very figured out on Nuke right now. We're getting countered. Well, what if 9Z have exposed something that VP slide in with? Ride those tailwinds. Coattails. Cocktails.
Drink those cocktails.
Electronic. Blind as a bat.
And he gets out?
Yep. He tries to go through. Okay, a little ambitious. Jumping.
What's happening?
AK spray. Yeah, I'm just double checking. That's a jumping AK spray over the smoke that doesn't quite find... Imagine that. Doesn't find the trade.
Wait, that doesn't work consistently every
What
time?
the hell? So 5v3 looking like Vitality prepared to post their first. Can't blame VP for heading elsewhere. Or, no, excuse me. It was jumping Mac 10. He switched to the AK right after. It's not as crazy. But just as unsuccessful. Well-timed smoke grenade here from Mezzi will surely turn VP away from this. But it's a matter of timing, and he doesn't throw it. Oh, Lord. Flint comes in!
Oh,
a second. They see utility be thrown out from long. That's the 3rd player on site confirmed. Apex has low health. And while Flit serves as the fire starter, it is the rest of VP backside looking to stoke the flames. ZywOo's flank comes through, but it's Norbert into the kill feed next. This is a 3v5. And as Flamesy slides into the bomb site, he loses his teammate towards long. They do it. 2 kills out from Flit, and undeniably in this best of 3. But it's guns back up for Vitality, so we know the T side can be a tough one to handle when it comes to Anubis. There's been some close rounds in this as well for Vitality, so we can't discount them despite the goose egg at the top of the screen. A comfortable one for Spinks. Foregoes control of E-Box. He's working with Mezzi again, very similar to the B-site defense on Dust 2, in fact. This tethering of Spinks and Mezzi.
This is a map for Mezzi's big moment at Dallas, where he got his ace.
Norbert is crossed on long, unnoticed. The smoke was up, so they could be cautious about this. 45 seconds to the clock, and it looks like Flamesy, we've seen him gear up for aggression just like this before. And that Opera could get blindsided by him at a moment's notice. There is no support for Jane. They're just assuming he won't swing. But as he turns back, he finds the duel here versus Flamesy, who goes down to the pistol. Oh, they just sweep the entire board. There felt like fights on all fronts that could have been won by either team, and instead, it's a clean sweep to VP's favor.
But you know what? You called it flavorless on Dust 2 when you saw that CT side. We're going to call it flavorless again, because when you have the B side from their CT side on Inferno, where they were full of tactics, full of variety when it came to setups, lots of ideas flowing. The only thing they had going for them there was they knew which site it was going to be at.
Norbert's gonna catch Mezzy easily. Spinks is out in the open, but luckily he's got James stuck on a pistol. And there is, of course, the assistance of Flit, who has been so present in these E-box splits. I mean, he is stamping his name on this T side right now. 9 kills deep, and Hawka called for his uptick in this series because we got the pop-off from Fame at the tail end of Dust 2. We've also got ZywOo still in this round, so don't count him out. A clean execution of James. It's a double player pounce. ZywOo 2 frags in, and he has got VP split up. He's got electronic stuck. ZywOo is coming through with 3 kills straight. Can he get it? Oh, of course. There is the Z factor.
Yeah, the X. It is. I mean, this could be their electronic moment. And I will also say for Virtus.Pro, before, you know, if there is any comeback, having electronic on this map is huge, because Cloud9 at one point were maybe the best team in the world. You know, is electronic on that Cloud9 when they started up? This is the map they constantly picked. They loved it. They really had it figured out, especially when it came to retakes. And that's a good sign for them. Obviously working out so far.
Flames operating on his own this round. No Apex support to get him into Long Cubby. There comes that rotation, so Apex freed up. ZywOo takes over mid. A good flashbang here for Flames. Yes, wreaks havoc. Oh, 3 kills on the lineup for Flamesy like it's nothing. That right there takes all the oxygen out of the room.
You watch a moment like that, you're like, just drill him, add an extra bullet, just get one more kill. He almost melted down that entire pack. Damn near did. I mean, Flit's on 4 HP. And they're running for the hills. Sick timing with the flash, of course. Big individual moment, back and forth now.
Counter-terrorists win.
VP are very much on top so far in the series now.
Anecdote outside of the server, this is the loudest Virtus.Pro I've ever seen.
Yeah, Norbert's getting loud.
I have ever seen. Like, I've seen Norbert yell in the past and nobody else right with him, but I mean, we've got electronic grinning.
He said, fuck all that Marcus Aurelius shit. I'm yelling, James. I'm going to experience my emotions.
This is a VP that will return to Monkey, and honestly, I like it. Bestial. Show those teeth and tear them limb from limb. ZywOo gets burned out in middle. Electronic on the hunt to find pistol, and this is looking like a 9-round half already.
Man, they are farming. They nice 2 kills, and then he got 3, and then they won the round, and then they made the whole comeback. Didn't even go to overtime. That's wild to witness. That's why you should never give up. That was the proof right there.
Feels like they've got to make a move. Vitality just antsy to get anything here. Final chance they'll have. Norbert taps away Apex. Nice trade out of Mezzy. But we're constantly going to be talking about just a little too little, a little too late.
As a T, you'd have to go for 4v4 here on CT side. Only gets harder. think this is a good rotation out of Vitality. They're getting info back on mid, and they can help out towards the B site. They've got a gap right now, but Virtus.Pro don't look like they're going to find it. Walking into dark now. Interesting spot, though, because they could still be outside of A entirely. This is... Oh, my God. Did they overcook this situation? No, they come back to watch it. Nice one from Spinks. But no one else here yet.
Still a one and done, and James, well, he's clipped ZywOo's wings, so it falls onto the E-Box second player, Mezzi. That's a weird Molotov that ends up bouncing back. This is going to slow down the bomb. James to the Tech 9, can't manage to get into the bomb site. Things just get weird. And within that wackiness, Vitality will steal away a third. It is a long road.
They're near as good as they have been consistently this year on this map. In a tournament that is their last chance to win when they've gotten so close so many times. So, looking like it might not be a great first date, but it is a T-side to fall back on here on Anubis.
And Virtus.Pro winning the pistol in the first half surely can't win two pistols on the same map. Surely. They find first frag. Dual Berettas out of Fame. Get away from him. And poor Norbert gets caught climbing up, so they are expecting him. They will burn him out. He still takes Flamesy down with him.
And that gives them odds now. Still with one.
Flit has been so good on this deciding map in a rather quiet series for his standards. Spinks not tucked in on long, trying to duel here. They get his crosshair off the point. Apex has to come up big in the 1v2. He's got to do it himself. Tough map, tough match, and down he goes to the jumping USP. That is 0 for 2 in the pistol.
2 Thomases and an M4 at buy is okay. Still actually, scary for Vitality to go up against, knowing there was a save. But a lot comes with this win because Virtus.Pro full invest. It's actually funny how they always save a little bit of money. Like even in this situation where they could have bought utility. They know how to stretch $1, though. They can go to the dollar store. $1, get 2 things.
And I swear they're not stealing.
Uh-oh.
That's a freebie.
That's a massive freebie.
Hold on.
With the nades behind it?
With plenty of players in the bomb site as well. There's time to head elsewhere. He's burning. ZywOo heard that. And he still isn't able to clear Norbert from the corner. Now, it's an all-in still from Vitality. They are charging out of long. Each player taking one down with them, but that's no multi-frag at all. Vitality just limp into a B split that doesn't go well on either front, and then a well-timed multi-peek from VP to secure their 11. He's through smoke to kill the one player in the only spot he can stand.
I agree. You don't normally see him just like sort of jump through. It just felt like there was some pressure on him to make that play with everyone else coming out of...
Or that maybe he thought that step was the player falling back through the fire.
It could have been that too, for sure. Yeah, jumping back through the fire, trusting the molly.
He leaves it on the table, and now we've got Mezzi looking to lead the charge into the A site. This is where that force buy worked out. And look at the scramble here from VP, right? Show a little presence, and you get Virtus.Pro in an awkward rotation, but then a little wiggle down towards E-Box, and those B players scramble right back. So honestly, it feels to me like VP, they're a little frantic. For a team that generally thrives in the calmness and the decision-making that'll crunch the numbers twice before making a call, this one has been back and forth. They are a little antsy to close out this decider. But still, it does give them a deep mid control on Electronic. They've never won over towards B.
They've never won with a margin this big. I can't hardly believe it.
They catch Apex.
Oh, that's a big
multiple rounds.
Bomb running backwards.
Oh, Apex, that's 2 rounds in a row. Just shaved off a play.
Yeah.
Dies with nothing to be proud of. Oh, Spinks. Nice second shot. Tapping for 3. Just like that, reopens the door. The options are theirs for the taking, but Fame still inside of sight. He's got Flamesy over towards Fountain. Spinks barely stands. And with smoke on sight, it's a fast flank from Flit. Fame doesn't overcommit. It's a 2v2. It's a fast flank. It's all the way in. Flip finds perfect timing. Flamesy dead. Spinks on for an ace. And there's nothing more for him to do. VP take their 12th.
We just saw some incredible artwork. Tapestry of blood of the opponents as Spinks walked through the canals to get those 3 frags and nearly create a devastating situation for Virtus.Pro, who, as you mentioned, looked maybe slightly nervous, but up until that moment.
That sigh of relief out of Electronic. An audible exhale. As at the very least, goddamn, you've got 12 secured. VP, no stranger to the long con, but this is a huge pile of map and match points to guarantee top 6. You know, we talk about Astralis and their top 4s, Vitality constantly in finals as of late. VP are just looking for a playoffs to be proud of, and this would be them in Wembley. 1 round, 5 kills. And ZywOo, not the only player stuck on a deagle. Flit has had huge impact in this 3rd map of the series. Called upon by Haka, and he delivers. Norbert here to help him. They're gonna try to duel out the E-box. It's just the pistol. It's ZywOo down for the count. ZywOo 8 and 13. But luckily Spinks, who showed us a glimpse of greatness in the 1 round prior, is here to do it again. 2 frags deep. He disengages for a moment, waits for that support to come out, and there's pressure still from the util. Oh, it's Mezzy then to take up the helm. Spinks crosses over towards default. Electronic!
Oh, they forgot about it.
He mows down a double. Here comes Fame, denied by Mezzy. And sure enough, Vitality fight on.
Ooh, man, a couple of great...
Which is just crazy to think that this is what we're looking at right here, right now, with the way the series started. The blowout on Inferno, the first half of Dust 2. And Vitality were laughing. Those smirks long gone. Replaced by the grins of Electronic. But guns back up from VP.
Oh, man, and what happens now on this timing? Apex, he's going to find one for sure.
Able to capitalize. Oh, with a second.
Wow.
Better late than never. Would you believe it? Just slides down into the bomb site. And I don't know, VP felt so unprepared for that.
There's been a couple of situations like that with them where it's like, where did this gap come from?
To be honest, I heard all chat though.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I heard all chat before there was damage. And Flit was just messing around in spawn. So.
No idea.
We'll see. Yeah. But Vitality win the round. Soon enough. There's 7. Important holds here. 2 weapons saved. As they had bought time to come back in with a...
Yeah, it looks like they had a little bit in the bank. So at least they knocked down a few players here from Virtus.Pro. And if you're this close to losing the game anyways, then maybe, you know, at least you give yourself a better chance of making the long comeback. Not that you're necessarily safe here. James is still on and off.
Norbert has to concede control of it. And he's the only player here, so Vitality showing a bit of an affinity for this B site. And all will be good. Still going through with the util, plenty of fire all over the bomb site. Didn't quite get that deep corner, but nobody home. Bomb planted safely, and that lead cut down to a mere 4 rounds. And I think that's why VP let out such a cheer when they secured that 12. Because a literal sigh of relief from Electronic when they scored it. Mezzy on the prowl to make sure that the pistols drop, and the AWP of James can still be held on to, you'd assume. They know it's out there and they find it. He's got pistols still to protect him. Oh, man. They all come in really trying to chase down that AWP, but instead it is saved at a couple extra costs for Vitality. Luckily, there's all the money in the world for them.
Yeah, still good. Still do claim that. Like, there's a lot of CT problems on this map, but in terms of what's difficult to take and retake, and yeah, mid is one of them. You know, Vitality have been using that pretty damn well. Game might come to its finality at any moment. But Vitality are doing what works again and facing zero resistance. The difference this time is Virtus.Pro are gambling. They're deciding the same thing's going to happen. We're going to be ready within the site. This is actually viable over on the A site. So might not be a bad idea. They decide to block the execute. But it's not Vitality who are going to shift decisions. They're still waiting outside of A main. So, again, this could work, but it's starting to become a real turtle here.
Starting to feel desperate,
No
too.
eyes on camera. They're just waiting.
It's Mezzy outside of long. The bomb could very well get cut off if they're not careful. Electronic on high alert for the camera hold. ZywOo off back out. Flashbang finds multiple targets. A good amount of damage done. Electronic can't manage a second kill. ZywOo keeps him in it. Jame being toyed with. 15 on the clock, and ZywOo hunts him down.
Oh man, this is a pretty big failure here for Virtus.Pro. They sat in their positions. I don't know exactly what they thought they were going to get out of that when the time kept taking, but the best that they feel like they can do is put an extra player in there and wait. But they weren't working, you know what I mean? They were in the clinch, but they weren't working at all. And as time ticked down, Vitality's split just goes stronger, and their awareness grows as well. They know, okay, these guys are ready for us here. They're going to be careful in all these spots. Let's make sure all their flashes are in place. It's not a hectic situation as they're coming through the doorway. And that's what Virtus.Pro needed to make for them. I think it just became clearer and clearer to Vitality. This is the hard site to get into. We're going to approach it carefully, and they did. They didn't overpeak into Jame with the 2 rifles. They had ZywOo posted up on his fallback position. So, I mean, that was a sort of...
You know, picture a world where Fame's around that corner. Jame is no longer just holding the shoulders and allowing ZywOo to come out and kill him from heaven.
And just like multiple guys on default over and over again, Vitality, they have an opportunity.
6 rounds straight. Overtime calls for 8, and it is lickety split into the grenade usage, but no follow through because of the CT smoke. Oh, that's so much damage, though.
With all the HEs and everything, too, it gets dangerous here for the CTs.
ZywOo's on the hunt.
I think, yeah, Vitality. Why wouldn't you just sit and wait and go again?
Individually, he has caught up to the rest of the pack. Norbert, again, almost caught just in the middle of the open, but it is Jame to take first blood.
Uh-oh.
It may be 6 straight, but it is only 1 more needed, and Electronic is going to slide onto the default plant, hiding inside of the smoke. If there is a follow-through from Vitality, it could be a chance to shine. But they do not go full-blown execution. Another wave of utility comes out from the defense. That's their own incendiary in front of Dark. Electronic playing on the pillar. Now they have cut off 1/2 of the attack, and now those kills start to trickle through. Apex 1v4, I think not. He is just isolated back behind the pillar. A difficult series for him. A run from Vitality to try to push map 3 to OT, but down they go and into Wembley.